in a major. It's a tough one to see who is going forward, who is going to meet Team Liquid in the grand finals, but we're going to find out. One game only left between these two teams, and here with Gods, Trent and Bulldog, and especially that second game was an interesting one. A lot to learn from that one game. Moving forward, what do we want to see in Game 3, Bulldog?
I think we just want to, at least if you're VP, just bring it down a bit, play something you've used to, but just pull out the DP, pull out maybe, I want to see some Pangolier. It's fit VP so well, gives you that team fight. So they just need a breather right now, just calm down a little bit after that game.
Yes, everybody does.
Yeah, it felt like one of those games, like that felt like the series was over, honestly. Like, you know, that the way that went down, it was so exciting. There was so much hype around that end. It's like back and forth, and then you're like, okay, Game 3. So now it's kind of just, you have to relax, reset, focus up, and it hasn't been that long. I mean, I'm still very excited after what happened. You guys have all had those games at home where you play and you're just like, oh my god, that game was so crazy, and like you're not even ready to queue for 5 minutes. They're right back at it already.
Yeah, respect. They have to get into that zone real fast and get ready for that third game. We have an IO ban. So far, nothing really out of the ordinary. Gods, we mentioned maybe a couple more push heroes coming out for LGD, so that if you do get to the enemy space, you can actually take some buildings. How much focus do you think LGD is going to have on that this draft?
There's a few key heroes like Lycan they like to do those push strats with, but that's already banned out, so it gets a bit trickier. First pick already, though, gives them a bit more of a sieging lamp. They're going to go with the standard Beastmaster opener that we've seen time and time again. So
this looks like Game 1, right? They get the Beastmaster first. The Clockwork's left in. If they wanted to grab it first phase, maybe, and just try and get an FY hero before they're all banned.
So there's 0 chance VP leave a Clock SF in the pool for the second stage. So.
Yeah. So the question is if they're going to pick up the Skywrath again, because we know it's really good against with the Beastmaster. So you can steal it, and we saw how well Roger played it. Could also just go for the standard Bane as well for solo, just get that really strong dual lane. We know that VP likes.
Yep. We saw that last game. That was their Game 2 adjustment in draft. Let's get Solo's hero in the opening 2, so he doesn't get completely banned out.
They're taking their time, going into their bonus time. Previous game, the draft was so fast, especially for Virtus.pro's side. It's surprising to see them taking more time, but
it kind of highlights the idea of just how fast we're into this. And you know, there is again this mix-up in the bans. They could be considering that Night Stalker who's still in. Maybe they want to try like the Night Stalker Disruptor if they're going to try and enable solo a little bit, like the Warlock being gone. Warlock is just like any draft, looks great, amazing team fight, single button. Disruptor, you tend to want at least a little bit of vision to try and help out with those glimpses and create those chase opportunities that VP are so good at.
Also says they weren't expecting the first pick Beastmaster. I think normally you'd criticize a team using all this reserve time for their first 2 picks, but given you're in a Game 3 and you haven't had that much time to prepare for the Game 3 specifically, it does make more sense to use this extra time if that Beastmaster was not the hero. I think they maybe thought it'd be like a first pick Bane.
Yeah, but combo broken. Can't have that LGD. I don't think so.
That means we're going to have another Roger Skywrath, though.
Yeah, they just steal it from the Beastmaster. Maybe we could just go back to something classic like the Axe, which we've seen a lot of times. For some reason, teams stopped picking that, which I think we saw a lot of success with that.
I think a lot of teams were struggling trying to get off the ground after like the Vanguard, where like they'd often pick it up and then they obviously like they couldn't get that next farm. Like you need some fights. If you don't get these fights or you don't have Ancient stacked up for you, the Blink Dagger ends up being delayed. And then once you have the Blink Dagger, you're like, okay, I need to fight, guys. We got to go get some stuff done. But we will get our Night Stalker though. I think this is a good option. And Vision also still very helpful for someone like Skywrath Mage.
LGD's turn to
Martial Spirit going back for that one.
Definitely the Clock ban here.
Yep.
Picking the same heroes.
They can only ban 2 though. And we have Clock, Rubik, and the Elder Titan.
When they played this in the first game, the Beastmaster Venge, it was also the Beastmaster Venge offlane for LGD.
Yeah,
and it was a very successful one.
Yeah, this time they got Skywrath though, so they're not going to have this weak-ass lane to get bullied in. There's no way they're picking Terrorblade or something like that this game.
There's the Clock ban, so one of FY's hero, and also the Clock SF that we saw in Game 1. Not going to give LGD that same draft that crushed them.
There is surprisingly still a Bane, though. I mean, the Disruptor we've talked about, but with the Static Storm and now with the swap there, it kind of takes that away. So might be feeling just a little bit safer
10
because
seconds
the
remaining.
range of the Vengeful Spirit in terms of canceling isn't all that great, especially to start the game. So your first couple Fiend's Grips are good. I am a little surprised, actually, they went for the Disruptor ban instead, honestly.
Yeah, the Bane is still up, as you said, so you can go like Bane Mirana is still open, which is pretty scary. You definitely, for VP, you definitely need something with the Scarlet so you can use a good ultimate, which is usually the Beastmaster or Axe.
10 seconds remaining.
That's where maybe you feel the Disruptors with the kinetic field and also a bit more team fight, whereas Bane and Sky are both two single target heroes. Night Stalker also single target, so you imagine VP doing a bit more team fight, which Disruptor gives more than the Bane.
Yeah, that's true. And we saw what happens when you leave the team fight up to Ramses. So, you know, throwing it back on the supports for this one, maybe.
There's no Warlock, no Disruptor, so if you want that team fighting hero, it's not going to be the Bane, but Bane may still just be what they want to go for.
Yeah, other position 5s that offer long team fight aren't really that numerous, honestly. So.
Don't mind this. They'll just have to look to their core role heroes to be more of the team fighting heroes if they take that approach.
Yeah, DP is still up there, which VP picks all the time. Or the Conquer again.
Virtus.pro's turn to pick.
Alright, so you could pick the left Shrek now. If you want as a core, it's really good against PL. DP not so much anymore, I don't think.
I'm not sold on the mid-left Shrek though. Like, this doesn't feel like it's going to scale as well. Like, once those BKBs come online, it feels like he falls off a lot. I guess neither PL nor Beastmaster loves building BKB
10
though.
seconds remaining.
What needs to happen for PSG to still go
5
for an Elder
seconds
Titan or
remaining.
something like that? Is that still an option for them?
It would help them with just more team fight, honestly, especially if VP picks another hero that's relatively weak in team fight. I think Elder Titan is one of those like kings of team fight ever since the Earth Spirit nerfs.
LGD's
So
turn to
it's
pick.
not horrifying. Man, we're forgetting about Zeus, by the
Ooh.
way. That hero, a little bit surprising.
Yesterday,
not
Solo
being
said in an interview, "We're not this type of team." About Sven. It's like we could pick Sven, but we're not that type of team.
Because he's obviously lying in an interview. He's not going to give away secrets. That's like one-on-one here.
Yeah, it's been a hero they've picked several times up against just like these general like armor strats, especially like versus DP. They would opt in towards it. Everyone else has
5
abandoned
seconds
Sven.
remaining.
They're the only team that pick it right now, but it's very reliant on these stacks and everything. So we'll have to be watching those
Sven
ancients.
is not a good hero. Simply put, he's not a good laner. He needs a lot of time to come online, and he gets kited. You jump in with a BKB, you get roared, and then you're just going to get kited. And you need to get that jump in initiation, which is really important. It's pretty scary. I'm not a huge fan of this Sven at all.
Yeah, and Sven should counter PL and kind of does in a lot of ways, but PL's actually a good kiting hero. With the Diffusal, you just send illusions at him, you just keep on slowing him. It's actually kind of annoying for the Sven to play against the PL at times.
Yeah, but I mean, you're up against the minus armor from the Vengeful Spirit. You're up against heavy physical damage from the Beastmaster, so it's all understandable. But again, it's like that first initiation from the Sven is so clutch, and last game was sloppy. There's no doubt, you know. Ramses did have some good chronos for sure. I don't want to rag on him too hard, so maybe he can get the same stuff going once again. But it's a lot of pressure being put on him. So once again, with him coming into the draft, you know, being the drafter, it's impressive how much confidence he has in himself. Honestly,
It's better than the Wraith King pick. That would have been game losing.
yeah.
That was something that Solo wasn't too happy about. And you had to pick one of your cores there. I think the other part of the decision to pick it was they want to save No One's hero for last because they know the carry matchup. They're going to give No One this overall last pick of the draft. Let's not let his hero get counted.
Okay.
That gets a cheer from the crowd, and rightfully so.
boy.
That is not fun for Sven.
Yeah, pretty tough here for Sven. I mean, this game's all about Sven's BKB. Like, he needs to maximize his damage output in BKB, and guess what? You're against Roar, you're against Swap. It's actually
It's going to be
possible to kite him.
super hard for him in this game. You need to be perfect on the Sven to win this game, honestly.
They need some optics like stuff here. They need some like Omni Night Stalker cores or something like.
Oh, for VP?
Yeah.
I was thinking they might want a Tinker for the
10 seconds
PL, but it's not an easy Tinker game against Beastmaster Venge. Even Invoker has some
5
ways to catch him out
seconds
too.
remaining.
Hey, they go for the Rubik ban.
Yeah.
How much pressure is there going to be on No One
LGD's
this
turn
game?
to pick.
It's a lot. He needs to win his mid lane and kind of control the game a lot. Because Sven, he just wants to farm in the jungle, and Night Stalker is a hero you can run around killing people with. So,
Is there one hero that
I think
stands
Lena.
out?
Lena probably sticks out the most.
yeah, Lena is good.
Templar Assassin, perhaps? Or is that not a good option?
TA versus Invoker
10
sounds
seconds
great, but
remaining.
against the Beastmaster, the PL, it's a bit tougher.
5 seconds remaining.
Lena seems like the safer, just more, you know, game 3 decider kind of pick for VP to go
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Safer option.
Yeah. I'd like to see LGD get another set for the Sunstrike. Like, they have a roar, but like in the lane stage, you want to have ways just to, on low cooldowns, find
Yeah.
Sunstrike kills.
Yeah, this does look like a decent Nyx game. It's not bad.
Ooh, okay. Assassin.
I mean, it's not amazing, but it's also, you know, it's pretty good in Skywrath Mage. If you're looking for someone to set up, it's one of the better ones.
Hey,
You're at
it's
your
an injury.
service.
Okay. Shackle shot, but not really picked up for that. And it will be the Tinker last pick. I like this when I saw the PL. It gets a little bit rougher with the Invoker as well there, with the Tornadoes, the Sunstrikes as well, but it is now 2 picks addressing Ame's PL.
And it feels like we've been talking about these like 10th picks all day. We've been like, okay, where's the Maybe Storm? Is that going to come out this game? Are they going to try something like the Tinker? And we never really got there. We ended up with a Terrorblade and an Arc Warden. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to watching the Tinker go.
Are you thinking the Tinker will win? That's the question.
I don't think
been wrong
I'm not
yet.
going in for the Invoker and the Wind Ranger. I'm going to go for Virtus.pro,
Virtus.pro?
even with a Sven.
I'm going to have to go against this Sven. I'm not a huge fan. I think his lane will be too hard, and yeah, I don't believe in this Sven. LGD.
It's tough. I don't believe in the Sven, but Tinker's a good pick. I will go with LGD though, because maybe's Invoker, you know, like if they're going to pick a maybe Invoker in
true.
game 3,
Yeah.
I feel like they're confident.
Well, I feel like all of you are fairly even
Yeah.
on this draft, which is a really good sign because we are looking forward to having another exciting match, which hopefully will happen with ODPixel and Fogged.
Yes, thanks, Chief. Game 3 between these two teams. And again, what a couple of drafts we get. We get the maybe Invoker. The crowd, of course, went absolutely crazy for this pick, as they did for his SF in Game 1. And hey, it worked out very well in Game 1. So let's see how he can do.
Looking at his last few performances, just because I haven't seen him play the Invoker, and I thought it had been almost a year. And it's been 7 months. His last performance, he went 4-13 on the Invoker. It's been a while, though. But we're all excited to see this one, of course. I mean, we can hear the crowd right now going crazy.
So no one there with the Narvicha. Some recognition for his CIS brothers.
Yeah. It's a bit of a greedy draft coming out from LGD, though. They're going to have to make a lot of space. Yeah. PL and Invoker, both heroes that want to be able to farm a bit before they want to take these fights. And VP, I'm looking at theirs. The Sven and Tinker, sure, they are also a bit greedy, but the Night Stalker and Skywrath are going to enable them to be able to put pressure on, and the Bane. I mean, it's a solo Bane, right? So they are already moving that Ramses toward bottom, doing that same thing that we talked about over and over again, trying to dodge the pressure lane.
Top. Already the fight around the room beginning. Chalice getting himself in position to try and claim it, but Pasha will be the one to take the top one. It should lead VP in a good position to get, in fact, okay, just the 3. Let's do it. 3 of the 4. Getting the advantage on the runes.
Oh, no one missed his block in the mid lane.
Oh.
So that would be a lane advantage for Somnus. It might go. It's under tower though.
So usually that does sort of mess up the momentum.
Yeah, usually you see them try to double up the wave if that's the case, and he's going to pull it even more into the tower to do so.
So out of these side lanes, who do you sort of see suffering the most? Is it this bottom lane for PSG.LGD where the pressure's really going to be on for Ame?
No, he should be able to farm. It's just, I mean, Sven is not really the greatest laner. It's just going to be Skywrath trying to secure the lane. It looks like it should be pretty even. I think the top lane, the Venge and the Beastmaster. Beastmaster can always just apply so much pressure, but they have to do it before that nighttime, and Bane can counteract a lot of that one, so fairly even coming out from both sides. And I mean, solo starting items, we've seen him do this before. The triple mango, the really early magic stick too, because they know that X Nova is going to go for this wave of terror because he did it last time, and those axes are going to get spammed. So they're just trying to max up on that regen up top. So I think the side lanes, you're saying which one would most suffer? I think I'm going to say that Somnus is going to be the one that's going to suffer the most in the mid lane as Invoker. Can be a pretty tough matchup. It helps a little bit now that, you know, that change with your Invoke mana cost being 0. You can always have that Forge Spirit to assist you with those last hits, which is going to be very important.
One lane. Ramses and Roger getting aggressive onto FY and Ame.
Both team using the Glyph to try to counteract that dive.
Top lane solo trying to get involved with the side pull. be a bit of a go onto him.
He's got a lot of stick
tango off the
charges.
trees. Chalice turns with the axes. In fact, mid lane, no one gets a solo kill onto Somnus.
And top now too. Solo gets the turn. They get X-Nova. But yeah, I mean, this mid lane, it's not a fun matchup for the Invoker.
And no one with the aggressive tip as well.
Yeah. And oh, Ramsey's even tipping his buddy. Trying to get in their heads nice and early on.
Just got to be careful, Somnus. That burst not to be understated. No one has.
Level 4 makes it even more of a threat if you step up. And with that first blood, you're going to have those boots early on the Tinker too. You can throw that extra harassment onto the Invoker. Top gets left alone for a bit.
The setup again to sort of block Chalice in Chalice. Just go straight for the TP out, but he won't quite make it. The damage there just in time. It looked like he was out of there.
Yeah.
That was actually very close.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. Solo gets body blocked for a second, knows that X-Nova is now invis. So X-Nova tried to make an invis play on the mid lane to help Somnus, but ends up sacrificing his Beastmaster. Sunstrike gets that last hit.
There we go, efficiency.
Starting to slightly catch back up here in the mid lane, but still under the gun here by no one.
Bottom lane, Arme, of course, farming just a little bit better than Ramsey's in this dual lane.
They're hunting for kills mostly, that's why. Has stick charges too. But doesn't use them.
Oh, okay. I mean, Arme may get the kill in return onto Roger, but Roger has got the war cry from Sven.
And he's got stick charges too.
And Arme, he's not going to be able to chase this. He's got to sort of back up himself off his own sticks. This bottom lane. PSG.LGD. Beautiful angle from F1. Does get the shot off, and in fact, with the shackle to Ramsey, he's able to sort of tease with him, keeping away from the creeps. So a little bit of back and forth on this bottom lane. Ramsey's will pop the mango, ready with another stun if necessary.
He's not farming well though on this Sven. Buys a salve, stuns the creep, trying to push them away. Gets shackled.
The shackle, FY. He needs one more touch. The Sunstrike, not even necessary. PSG.LGD, as soon as they sort of lose FY in that bottom lane, in a bit of a weird situation, Arme is being chased. They've got the ward down for the vision to get the damage through. Roger does claim Arme's life at the same time towards mid. Chalice and X-Nova. They're on the move.
They double abandon top to help this Invoker. And now the lane swaps are happening. Ramsey's, like we said, suffering bottom, had no items pretty much, had just a salve plus those starting items. Needs to try to get some lane.
There we go, no one. He's moving in aggressive. So LGD, they've got X-Nova and Chalice ready to punish this as they come in to block him off. They've got the cold snap down onto him, and no one pops the fairy fire, will not save him. They get the kill. Pasha has come in with the TP rotation, looking for X-Nova in return. In fact, Solo's there as well. Got the Nightmare down. Punching into him, can VP try and get something else out of this? They've got the slow onto Somnus, Brain Sap as well. Somnus, he loses his life too. Pasha claiming the double kill. So despite VP losing no one's Tinker mid, Pasha is there ready with the counterplay.
Sidesteps the power shot.
In fact, back in mid, Chalice.
Gets killed.
Another one for no one.
The power of this nighttime, those rotations, and Ramsey's joins the fray. He's just wanting to keep switching lanes, this Sven.
He's up and down the map. I mean, it's all in all, as a sort of a general effort, it's paying off for VP. Look at this, 5.5 minutes in, 8 for 3, already at a 3,000 gold net worth lead.
This is, I'm still kind of sad for Ramsey, just watching him walk across the whole map. Right after TPing top, instantly the PL TP's up there, and he's like, I don't want to lane versus PL. I want to lane versus Beastmaster and the Venge right now, because they have that minus armor. My Warcry is great down here.
On them. And they could go. They've got the slow with the concussive on to Chalice. And Chalice, they'll pop stick charges. Will not be enough to keep him safe, though, surely, as the damage still flies through. And that final stun will do it. Ramsey's with the snipe.
He needed to get that last hit kill, because he's suffering on the net worth. His Skywrath is a decent amount above him.
Top armor. Trying to move in onto Solo, but he's been silenced. They do have the Sunstrike from Somnus. Down onto Solo, makes the connection. Arme desperately trying to find that final touch to finish off the kill with Solo. With the Nightmare, he's making it hard for Arme. They do still find him. But Arme took a lot of damage in response for that.
Pasha nuked the illusion there, thinking that was the real PL. Unable to get that kill. They do punch back, but VP still farming very well on that Night Stalker as well as Tinker.
Roger tried to come in with the wraparound onto Somnus, but X-Nova was ready in the trees. to protect Somnus from any sort of gank rotation coming out from supports of Virtus.pro. And he will do so, forcing Roger back away from that play.
They're going to have to find a way for Ramses to get back in this one, because he's still suffering, but the Tinker is going to be able to make space, having pretty early boots of travel at this rate. And they can always, Sven can catch back up through stacks. And there is a hefty one down in the bottom side.
Top Solo getting chased down by FY. Pasha is going to come forward. We'll be able to get the silent Sandvoid onto Solo, onto the FY Wind Ranger, trying to slow him down, but Arme will chase forward. Arme finishes off Solo down on the bottom lane. Same time, Ramses looking towards Chalice. Him and Roger throwing out a lot of bursts, but there's the counterplay. Magic Missile. Sunstrike's going to be off the mark, though. May not matter, though, because LGD, they've got Arme TPing in, picking up a second, looking towards Ramses as well. He'll pop the Warcry, trying to run. Arme is clarifying up, trying to get the mana for the Spirit Lance. Doesn't even need it, because Chalice will cut through the trees and find Ramses as well.
Crazy amount of rotations. Arme was just top. Now he's bottom. Where's Ramses going to go this time? He's got the treads finished up at least, level 5-2.
I mean, where does he want to do? He's trying to force the Beastmaster. He doesn't want to go against the PL, is that?
Yeah, he wants to avoid the pressure from the Wind Ranger and the PL. FY, almost level 6 on this Wind Ranger too, getting a lot of space because of those, TP rotations. Like, Ame's been responding to a lot. But like we said, this No One Tinker still farming incredibly well. Both him and Pasha, top of that net worth.
Yeah, we saw Pasha get a hell of a lot done in that first night time.
Yep.
But it is the daytime now, so potential bit of rest for PSG.LGD in terms of worrying about Pasha's movements.
He's got Darkness available though, so they could look to make a play pretty soon. They're giving Solo the mid lane, while No One's going to just jungle, so they can get those level 6 on their supports relatively early on. Pasha's just, he's a Night Stalker. It's his job to just run around and try to make space for Ramses to catch back up, who's now gone to the jungle.
As you say, with the Darkness. Looking towards Chalice. Chalice, he's got a lot of backup though, so this isn't going to be a sort of a play that Pasha's going to get a kill necessarily out of, but it really is just sort of creating this distraction, creating this constant focus that the PSG and LGD are having to be wary of.
Exactly. He's continuing to be very annoying. This bottom stack, the VP's going to want to try to steal this one. LGD doesn't really have the greatest way to steal. It's like Axes is the best way, and the power shot.
Look towards Pasha. Pasha just getting himself over the cliff for the Hunter of the Night. And just to have Roger by his side. Chalice.
He's hunting.
He is looking to see if he can find No One.
He gets a ward down, because he knows that this area is going to be incredibly important for VP. Just watching those Ancients, watching the neutrals as well.
Solo knows they had that Observer ward down on the low ground, so they saw Chalice walk up. Chalice actually,
he juked him.
He did juke him there, moving around that tree line. Solo will not spot him the first time he sweeps past, and in fact, Chalice looks like he'll actually get out of there.
Oh, instant D-ward though. Solo finds that one.
Yeah.
Common ward spot.
And Solo, he still knows where he's gone. He's found him. He knows where he is. Nightmare's going to be there. TP's coming through as well. Chalice, it was not a successful journey to him, all down to having that Dire Observer ward at that entry point to their jungle.
Oh, look at that. They used the glyph so that the Chaos Meteor doesn't farm the mid creep wave. Just really not wanting this Invoker to try to get any space to catch back up. FY. Level 7.
Go for the Shackle Power Shot. Again, these stun strikes. If the Shackle doesn't connect, or even with the Magic Missile, it's sort of these stuns that Somnus has got to be prepared to sort of predict where the heroes are going to head to afterwards. Yeah. Because these on-target ones are never really going to get away unless the Shackle Shot connects.
Yeah, once they've got the level like 3 and 4 Magic Missile on the bench, it makes it a little bit easier, but the early levels, it's very difficult. You have to click the Sunstrike as the projectile's in midair. Shackle Shot can work pretty well though if it does latch. But that's what the panel was talking about. They only really have Roar to set up those Sunstrikes in a great manner. And I believe that is the Butcher Travels finished for No One, so he can start applying pressure to those lanes and just allow Ramses to sit in the jungle and farm and catch back up as the Sven, which he desperately needs to do.
And Solo is over the setup onto Chalice.
Oh, the slow does not connect though. Roger got fogged for a second.
Oh, Chalice is ready to turn. He's got backup coming in, and there we have the Roar into the Sunstrike. That'll be an easy setup as Roger getting bursted down low. Chalice chases him, FY finishes him. Power shot from the Wind Ranger.
FY securing lots of kills. Level 7 phase boots, 3, 1, and 2. But VP this time around. In the last game, they got pressured a lot. They couldn't get the wards down early. Like you mentioned, them getting those early wards down have really helped them to watch the movements coming out from PSG.LGD. Pasha gets the deny on the bottom tower too. Slowing down some of that gold. How's Somnus doing? Level 9 on the Invoker. Still trying to recover. Trying to find the Tinker.
It's over to get the vision out, and with the magic missile, power shot, Sunstrike, cold snap, they've got it. Wave of Terror into the trees there, getting that vision onto him, TPing in. They will lose FY for it, but they'll certainly take that trade. As at the moment, no one's Tinker is getting out of control. He had that really good start, that fantastic lane. They want to punish him.
And Somnus is the one who gets the last hit. Very important to catch back up in this game. Ramses, though, gets a lot of space from all this. Now level 9, close to that Mask of Madness. And they've got a couple Ancient stacks.
On the side, the wraparound, Pasha. In straight away onto Chalice, Solo.
Fiend's Grip.
He's got the Fiend's Grip as well onto Somnus. They're looking for both targets, and they will get them. Double kill for Ramses. His buyback comes out straight away from Chalice. He's got a Roar, and he wants to use it. See if FY can chase down. They pop the smoke, trying to get out of there, but they're too close. He gets dispelled straight away on Solo and Pasha. Ramses will be safe for now. He's got no one coming in. Maybe they can look to continue this fight if they can find some sort of a setup, but the Roar comes out from Chalice. He's got the lockdown onto Ramses. Ramses gets the stun onto the Beastmaster, pops the God Strength as well, trying to heal himself back up, but the right clicks from FY come through. If they get a double kill for FY, he does fall. Overall, it is going to be 4 falling for PSG.LGD. No one getting a double kill. Pasha still looking to continue the chase onto this Vengeful Spirit, and with the rockets flying through, he'll let no one claim the kill. Triple kill for no one. Somnus.
Somnus walks in.
He's gone. Ancient Seal and a quick nuke from the Void from the Night Stalker.
Oh, the tips are definitely going to come out now.
Absolutely for that play.
That's 6 kills they pretty much got, because that was a Beastmaster buyback in that fight too.
Gold.
Look at the Beastmaster's net worth. Chalice is bottom 3. And he is incredibly important in this game. You know, like we were mentioning, the Invoker and PL, these two heroes, they want to have space to farm it. Beastmaster is the one to apply the pressure and try to make the space for them, and he is so shut down now in this game.
Bottom.
I mean, Roger, again, is creeping toward it, the Invoker's network, too.
He's in trouble. They've got the correct target. There's the silence from Pasha to easily have the setup. He will not survive. Roger getting that last bit of damage through. There's Roger now dominating.
It's a 5k lead already, though, and they've got
very early on.
They've got these Ancient stacks for Ramses to catch back up. He's got the God Strength. He's got Mask of Madness. He's completely back in this game. The Invoker and the Beastmaster are just suffering so much.
They really are. Roger with higher net worth than Somnus's Invoker.
Yeah.
This is definitely not what the crowd were cheering for at the start. Somnus has got a lot of ways to go to recover in this game.
I mean, Pasha so far in this game has been phenomenal. 4, 0, and 10. Involved in 14 of the 10 kills. He is non-stop just looking for moves to make the space for his Sven.
There's Somnus walking in.
Rough start.
But this ward, it sees everything. They've got the easy vision.
I mean, the damage coming out from Skyrat, the amplification just is absurd.
See Somnus understandably frustrated with himself there.
Pasha.
The Roar. Chalice. Nightmare comes out, won't be there to save him for the Sunstrike. Shackle shot from FY holds him down, so they should be able to find Pasha. He's pretty speedy. There's the swap to secure the kill. They get one, the rest of VP will be able to retreat.
Finally able to punish Pasha, who has a Vanguard already. 1700 HP on this Night Stalker. They have to commit everything to kill this man. And that allows this Sven to just have that recovery, almost level 12. He's back, top 2 net worth.
Lane there for the vision. Oh no, one power shots there, cold snap as well, but he's a little too far away to continue. Somnus turns. Quick tornado to slow down Roger, but the Mystic Flare, Roger with the predictions. We saw it game 2.
I mean, he's definitely feeling himself on this Skyrat. 7, 3, and 4.
Oh my
Almost has
goodness.
an 8-toast finished, level 11. Give this man another Mercedes.
7, 3, 4. This game is just getting infinitely harder for LG. I mean, what is their best sort of move? It really feels they can barely sort of leave their half of the map at the moment.
I mean, they have to just try to make plays with the Venge, the Wind Ranger, and the Beastmaster just constantly looking for pickoffs, try to catch back up through Sunstrikes while making space for Ame. And mostly during the daytime, too. Playing into that nighttime can be a bit difficult.
What was that?
It's Nova. The missile. Should be enough. The smoke to disjoint it. Nice play, but
Roger, look who's there. Fiend's Grip as well, holding down. No, the Chalice is gone.
And again, it's Darkness now available. Pasha
chasing.
is on the chase.
Looking towards FY and Somnus, the two of them desperately trying to get back behind that tier 2 tower. And they will do so.
They have to be running as 3-man units. They need the Wind Ranger when they have the Venge and the Beastmaster. Even in that situation, though, VP, they outnumbered them. They know that this PL and Invoker, they can't show up into these fights right now. Maybe now Ame can start to show up, though. Has the Diffusal Blade finished up? They need to do something to catch Somnus back up in this game. 2, 5, and 3 on the Invoker.
Look at the D ward there off the back of VP's aggressive movement there as they place down towards the top.
Xnova is just having to buy non-stop sentries to try to control the map because they're just getting ran over right now. So here comes the smoke. They're involving the PL in this one.
It was spotted though, that
Yep.
last sort of few moments of that dire observer ward giving the vision that VP needed to know that this play is coming in.
Solo might just walk in to try to tank this gank.
He's thinking about doing it.
Now he's just trying to get a high ground so he can at least get some vision before it happens, but more than likely it will be him dying.
Yeah. He'll offer himself up, accept his fate.
They give the Sunstrike kill also to maybe. So Blink Dagger now finished up on FY.
They've got that set up.
Yeah, they've got better ways to actually start the fight because, I mean, Chalice is bottom 3 net worth. So it's really going to be up to FY to get that gap close for them to set up those roars. And Ramses has just been quietly farming during all of this. All the pressure that's coming out from Pasha as well as the Skyrath.
They want to try and fight him. They've got the Roar into the meatball. Jump forward from FY with the Shackle shot, but the fraud, then they should have the damage to bring him down. Ramses popped the God Strength, tries to turn a punch against Chalice, but he won't be able to get anything in return. The Rockets, the Void, that will do it though. Pasha able to at least find the trade. They've got the Mystic Flare as well from Roger as he comes in with the wraparound. Now Xnova and Somnus, they're hiding. What do they do in this sort of situation? Somnus, he's got the Invis. They do not have detection by the looks of it. Solo is coming across. They can find Xnova, but Somnus will be able to get himself away. Still though, VP, sure they lose Ramses, but finding 3 heroes for it, finding a tower as well. These are still not the trades that PSG.LGD need to swing this game back in their favor.
No, definitely not. I mean, they're very lucky to not be losing their Invoker there. There's no reveal. Very rare to see that coming out from Solo, who's not really had the most chances to get that gold. Instantly queues up a Dust after that, of course. Probably telling Pasha to maybe buy some as well. And Pasha will be going for that Aghanims. You know, he's got the Tinker on his team. You want to be able to just control map, get vision inside of those fights, just run in, which is what, I mean, he's going to be able to do. He's 2200 HP on this Night Stalker.
It's going to be quite some force running at them.
Yep.
5-1 and 14. He really has been having a fantastic time.
He's just non-stop, and they've got this nighttime still too, so they're still looking to make these plays constantly, giving more and more space for no one to farm, as well as Ramses.
Pasha on the hunt during these last few moments of the darkness, but now the nighttime's back in. They do find the setup. Onto Pasha though with the Sunstrike. They should have a good shot at taking him down with the illusion, but no Pasha. Able to keep his distance for now. He runs himself away. Roger comes in, bursts down Xnova. Chalice thinking about with the Roar there, but holds off on it. Doesn't want to commit. They're a man down, PSG.LGD, and they don't want to continue fighting.
It's just, you know, these little things really adding up just because of how much Pasha's been able to do. Just able to live with that sliver of HP because he's got a Vanguard. He's got level 14 as well.
At the least there as well, we saw him, Chalice, just being able to spook out the God Strength from Ramsey, so they'll at least stop VP looking to make a play for it for about a minute or so. Sort of eliminates the threat of maybe Roshan being taken whilst they were without Xnova. Yeah, full Crimson Guard. Pasha.
Well, PL's going to tickle. And no one just keeps applying pressure to all 3 lanes. Trying to make sure he does get picked off while Ramses still farms up. And now they're getting on the aggressive though. Trying to get some deep wards down. See Solo invading. Trying to look for a different ward spot here. He's actually, he gets a base ward this early on. With the Atos on Roger too, they have a lot of ways to set up for these kills on the side of VP. LGD just still trying to recover. Somnus almost has the Aghanims finished up on the Invoker at least.
He is going to need to pull out quite some combos.
Oh, yeah.
Still under-leveled. Level 13 on Somnus at the moment.
Level 12 on Chalice. 1, 8, and 8 on the Beastmaster. Bottom 3 net worth.
As the gold strength back up, Ramses pops it in order to claim another tower.
And all the VP there to protect.
And Pasha finding a bit of an opening. They try and lean forward. FY gets a lovely angle with the shackle. On the side though, Solo goes to the grit. The swap will be there, but that's only going to put the Venge in trouble as well, as both Chalice and X-Nova will fall. Coming just a little too close to that tier 2 tower. And now the Boar in trouble as well. No mercy from VP.
It's an Alpha Wolf.
Alpha Wolf. Alpha Wolf spores, they all look the same.
Yeah, I mean, whenever it's VP setting up on towers like that during nighttime too, they just set down the March. And LGD, if they run into March, the fight's going to be a total disaster for them. Pasha? How much health was on that courier? It gets it anyway.
He does get it anyway, and he's out. An easy courier there for Pasha.
And I don't know if they saw, but that was a Shadow Blade picked up on Ame. So they're probably going to have reveal on most of their heroes anyway.
Oh, yeah.
To try to set up for that Invoker.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Aghanim's picked up on no one too.
Oh my
so the team
goodness.
fight, I mean, VP's just going to look to just take fights over and over again now. Not like they haven't been during this entire time anyway.
Nova will be able to get a bit of a D ward.
Yeah, they got 2. They got the base ward as well as that one. Look at all, I mean, all the sentries on the map. We were talking about X-Nova's net worth. He's really just been trying his best to control that vision that comes out from the aggression that VP's able to do with this Night Stalker. The scan comes out near the Roche. They throw Sunstrike to make sure. Now Ramses will go for that BKB next, so he can get involved in the fights. You know, BKB Blink, SNY, the standards fan, even though we don't see him too often anymore. Pasha, as we were saying, you know, that Crimson Guard finish and then going into that Aghanims just for that vision control versus the Beastmaster, and as well to give that Tinker all the options in the in those team fights. And the Siege get the top tower. God's Strength is going to be wearing off soon, so they do back up. Ame's acting a bit like a hunter here with the Shadow Blade, trying to look for some plays. Unable to do so, though. And all these lanes, of course, you know, you're playing versus a Tinker. You don't have the greatest ways to catch him because of the deficit that you've been after that early game. So your lanes are always going to be pushed in onto your side. It's going to be very hard for LGD to actually look and make those plays. Another D ward though. FY finding the far left ward with that sentry. You can hear the crowd trying to pep up their team a bit.
Give a bit of energy to PSG.LGD. As
they need it.
The Somnus Invoker has been punished very hard this game.
Okay.
Struggle in the lane.
Make the way into the pit here.
Okay. Ooh. Did they get away with this?
It is. They've got the darkness, and VP, they are heading toward that pit right now.
They are, and PSG.LGD are backing out.
They're trying to get the wraparound position here. Ame taking this high ground here on the left side. Not a good place to fight, though, for PSG.LGD versus this Tinker and all this vision advantage that VP should have in the fights with this nighttime Night Stalker.
The BKB on Ramses as well.
Yeah, it's finished already.
Rendering sort of Somnus's offerings to the fight. It's pretty much useless.
Solo in the front lines. Sees LGD.
Pasha comes in immediately with the silence onto Chalice. X-Nova's there with the swap out to try and save Chalice, but X-Nova, it will cost him his life. Ame with the Shadow Blade trying to run into the center of it all, but they've lost 2 on PSG.LGD. They've lost 3. FY falls as well. Ame has to run himself away as Ramses there with the chase down. The silence out from Pasha. 4 dead on PSG.LGD. They just cannot take a fight at all. Ramses gets a triple kill. Him and no one are just so far ahead of any other core in the game right now.
And Roger that was godlike for the Skywrath in that fight too. But as soon as, I mean, you see Solo, he was expecting it. He's like, please go on me. Standing in the front lines there, allows his team to get everything off. Ramses pops the BKB, and from there, LGD has no way to pierce through this. The Warcry gets popped, the BKB as well. They don't have the damage to deal with this, especially not at this deficit. It's a 15k gold lead with the Tinker sitting in the back lines.
And look who they've found. Xnova as well, another one for VP to get off the back of a very successful team fight. And a Roche taking, as we'll see here again. PSG.LGD, they were coming in, they did have sort of a favorable position at the start, but they just don't have the firepower compared to VP. I mean, with the difference in items.
Look at Somnus in the back on the far left of this fight. He sees the BKB from Ramses, and he's like, I am not going anywhere near that. Crimson Guard plus a BKB, we have no way to go through all of this mitigation.
No, he's already on his way back to base.
Yeah. Now the blink is finished up for Sven too, so they've got another way to jump in and start the fight. And
tough times.
That LGD looked
I feel bad for
very
poor
down.
Xnova. Game, it's not over yet. High ground defense could be something for PSG.LGD. A good raw combo from Somnus with the Invoker, and then having Arme focus down on one target. Could allow them to break them apart piece by piece, but it's a bit of a pipe dream in this game so far. Just because I mean, VP's got this full map control. They're gonna have the Aghanims pretty much done now on Night Stalker 2, and if they get they're gonna get Aghanims, they're gonna get a gem, and then they're just gonna full control the map, and it's gonna be really hard for PSG.LGD to actually get any gold after that. They have to try to win fights, but at this moment in time, they cannot take fights unless they get some miraculous catch onto the Tinker in the backlines. But even then, I mean, Ramses is a formidable force now. Pretty much tied net worth as this Tinker. The game sort of calming down. It really is just up to VP when they want to next take a fight. It's unlikely that PSG.LGD are going to look to make any plays themselves.
Yeah, I mean, versus the Aegis Tinker too, it's... Yeah. You might get a kill, but you're probably going to lose your whole team after getting that kill. Chalice.
They come. I'll get a free catch onto Chalice. He's out alone.
1 and 11. After the first performance in the first game, that Beastmaster, he was impeccable. This game just getting ran down, getting caught off by VP's aggression. And they're not stopping Xnova.
They've found Xnova. Another easy calculated kill for VP as they just sweep across the map. Yeah. I mean, just in duos now, 2 of them at a time, they can take down anyone that they want.
And this, I mean, they've got like full map control. The Aghanims from the Night Stalker just allows you to run right through. They're even going to look to threaten high ground. They can just blanket the area with Marcher machines as Ramses just walks up on that high ground with Pasha. Look at Pasha, he's just all the way positioned in the front lines.
Well, strength is out. F1 tries for a shackle, won't latch. And look for the tornado. Does manage to catch onto Roger, goes for a Sunstrike as well onto him on the back line. Jump down a little bit, but indeed Ramses is just straight in and on top of Chalice. Another death for the Beastmaster as Chalice buys back straight away, but they've lost the tier 3 tower. VP looking to be in fantastic form to get themselves that spot in the grand finals against Liquid.
I mean, this game, they're really showing no mercy. It's a siege play.
The spam starts to come out.
Yeah, from that vision, that's why you see Pasha positioning himself so far in that front line so that the missiles just keep coming out. About 1.5 minutes until daytime, but Pasha still does have the darkness available too. Chalice did just buy back. He has to be careful with his positioning. They really need this roar to be perfect for them. 45 seconds until that Aegis gets reclaimed.
There's the opening. They try and go in with the roar, but straight away, Nightmare coming down as well in defense, and VP just move forward. They crush Xnova, they crush F1, they crush Arme.
He just gets 8 toast and gets ulted
and
by
he has to buy back, but there's 2 dead. Xnova and FY without buyback available. Ramsey's just jumping in up to the tier 4s. He has been cold snap. Deafening Blast comes out as well, pushing him back temporarily, but Arme just gets bursted down solo. He tries to get back towards the base. He will survive for now, but him and Somnus on minimal HP.
Nice. They're just, look at that, they're sitting right outside the fountain. 24k gold lead. Pasha got swapped in, but this is a 3,500 health Night Stalker.
My goodness. Go for a Sunstrike. Does manage to hit him.
Stops that Aegis regeneration.
That's something. But overall, it's a 24,000 lead. The base.
I mean, the experience is also 25k. Somnus, though.
Oh, it's a nice combo.
He tries, but...
He tries, jeez. I mean, it's hard.
It is.
The position he's in.
They're so
falling
tanky.
behind on the Invoker.
I mean, it's 40 to 40. Yeah. It's just been VP playing non-stop aggression, not allowing this PL or Invoker pretty much any space in this game.
Maybe LGD sort of unable to recover after the game too. Maybe as a team that sort of lost, arguably game 2 being a match that they could have very well have sealed the victory.
Ame will get a kill on solo though, at least. Look at that gold, 514 for killing the 5 support.
But Roger
strikes back.
Finds FY out alone.
Beyond godlike Skywrath.
Chalice.
Chalice comes in.
Is that the Roar? Those Scepters there for Roger, and Roger's got back up. Ramses comes forward. X-Nova's there. He will swap to save Chalice, but it costs X-Nova his life, and no one's there to finish off Chalice as well.
And he's got a Hex on the Tinker already, too. Oh, my goodness.
And into the base they go, VP once again looking for another set of barracks with 3 dead on PSG.LGD. Very little that they can do. Ame coming forward towards the mid lane though. The Invoker Somnus, he's in trouble. He just gets jumped on. He can't even get back to his own base. Has to buy back. The BKB being popped by Ramses as he's ready to just commit on forward. Jumps in, looks to have the control onto Ame. As Ame's down for 90 seconds. They've also managed to surround FY as there is no wind running back to safety as he'll fall as well. VP.
I mean, it's got to be GG at this point. 30k deficit. Ame's dead. They got no buybacks. VP going for that final Rax.
And looking absolutely ruthless this game. VP.
46 to 15.
As sort of the panel mentioned, Solo in an interview said, Sven, we're not that sort of team. They only pull it out when they want to be incredibly brutal. And this game, it certainly has looked like that. Not a chance at all for PSG.LGD here as they just lose Somnus once again. As he is out of the game.
He just DCs.
A rage quit from Somnus. It looks like he may have watched a few too many Bulldog streams because I don't know where that Invoker play was coming from anywhere else. As he's out. They've broken him. VP have absolutely crushed PSG.LGD in that game. The crowd is speechless. And that's your finals. VP, they've made it there and absolutely deserve it. This grand finals now, VP moving on to play against Team Liquid in the best of 5. I want to see the handshakes here.
I mean, they're going to do that. I mean, they're very down. You could see it on the camera. X-Nova was incredibly down. That game was completely out of their control. Pasha just running around the entire game, killing everybody with Roger, making the space with their supports, and I mean the ward game as well from Solo this time around. They just allowed Ramses to sit back and farm. The pressure was, 48 to 16. It was unbelievable.
I mean, to have that sort of a beatdown in the lower bracket finals in a tournament where we have had some incredible games.
Roger did 20,000 damage during that game, 14-4. But Pasha, 9-1 and 29. That is he was involved in 38 of their kills, just running around constantly. That was brutal.
It was. That's not got to feel great for PSG.LGD here in front of their home crowd, of course. Obviously, a lot of other bits of their run were fantastic, but VP, absolutely merciless. This game 3 looking incredible. The Skywrath Mage, a hero I am sure we're going to see hotly contested in the grand finals, of course, between VP and Liquid. But, of course, there's a lot to talk about with this game in hand, as we'll pass it back to the panel. 2-1 for Virtus.pro.
Thank you very much, OD Pixel and Fogged, and that indeed means we have our 2 finalists. We have got Virtus.pro, we have got Team Liquid, and I think that 3rd game against PSG.LGD, Virtus.pro is like, you know what? We're done with this series. We're just gonna win. We're just gonna take it. Guys, that was a lot more one-sided than we were expecting it to be. What do you think, Bulldog?
This is what happens when you let VP get too good of a start with the lanes, and this is could have gone differently if the lanes weren't this poorly. I don't know what happened, honestly. I don't want to call out too much, but Chalice did not have a good Beastmaster game. He had a poor laning phase, and his team contributions, he just kept dying and didn't get his ult off a lot of times.
Yeah, and I think Pasha really helped snowball them. Like, so much of this time, he made these plays where he's, like, diving into the jungle, flying up in the sky, and he's like, initiating on Chalice. And suddenly, 2 more heroes start rotating over, and Pasha just turns around because there was no one there with him. He just leaves. He's like, haha, baited, you know? And then on the other side of the map, Ramsey's just getting farmed. No one's getting farmed. And, of course, no one off to a very quick start in the mid lane as well.
VP, they just turned it up. You know, it's kind of reminded me a bit of yesterday against Secret, where Game 2 was that long 70, 80-minute close game, and then VP's like, all right, enough's enough. Let's end this series now. They shouldn't have gone to 3 games. We're the better team. And then they, you know, don't give any openings whatsoever.
Hands out the keyboard and go.
Yeah. And I mean, compared to Game 2, once again, in Raj we trust, right? You know, what was it? Enter Raj mode?
Or
Raj forbid you ever give him Skywrath Mage again.
Godger.
Yeah, Godger. I'll go with that too. I mean, come on, man. This guy's just unbelievable. Just the Skywrath Mage. I mean, his team's making the space for sure. Like, it was kind of the same thing with the Tinker and the Skywrath Mage, where they're just like, all right, Ramses, Pasha, get in there. Give us a little bit of vision, and we are going to slam them with spells. And yeah, right there, he's godlike at 26 minutes.
Yeah, it's this Invoker. I keep seeing this Invoker have so little impact these games. He uses his stun strikes, but outside of that, he doesn't do anything, this hero.
I wouldn't have said that the Invoker was based on your play.
Wow. I don't know what he's talking about. That's very inappropriate.
Are you going to just seek him out?
I'll find him.
I'm sure of it. Dominant performance from Virtus.pro, which I think may cause some worry for Team Liquid.
Yeah, just great execution all around. Again, we talked about the Sven. No one picks it. Even Solo, I think, sounded, I will say, a bit hesitant about it. Because he takes that very flawless execution. You know, if you make some mistakes, if you don't get those kills during the BKBs or those first initiations with the stuns, it can go very poorly for you. But Ramses was fantastic in this one.
Yeah, mid lane failing, Wind Ranger forced to be a core, which at that point it was already over.
Yeah, well, that's when it was really over. That's the smile at the rage quit, I believe.
Yes, it is. It definitely is.
Oh, he didn't look that angry. Maybe he's all right.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun to lose, right?
No.
Not in this fashion either.
Imagine he may regret that Invoker pick. I don't know whether that was his call or his QQQs. Who knows? But did not work.
And you both dared side with him.
One player
you.
that was instrumental for making Virtus.pro successful over the last couple of years is No One, and we have the chance to talk to him. Hello, No One.
Hi.
Hey, congratulations making it to another grand finals. I have a question about that second game. I already see the smile on your face. Just talk to me about that second game, because that was crazy to watch. What was it like for you guys?
It was a hard game because we don't know what to do after 70 minutes. 17. Like we just I don't know. It was crazy for us. I can't even describe it.
It looked crazy.
It was hard. It was a hard game.
How did you deal with, you know, that you were very close to losing that game, at least from our perspective? How did you deal with that? Did you think you were close to losing as well? Did you think you were going to get back into it?
Of course, you understand that you almost lose, but anyway, you have a hope in yourself and trust. It was a Roger.
It was.
Solid game for
Really
Roger.
was. Yeah, solid performance. I have 3 guys next to me that also would like to ask you some questions.
I would also like to ask about the second game there. After you won the game, what's the emotion in the team? Is that like, hell yeah, we did it? Or is like, are you tilting and frustrated after a win like that?
Both. It's like it's like both. You're tilted, but you're happy that you win it.
Yeah, understandable.
It looked like you were having, after that second game, you came out of the booth and, you know, we saw the look of relief on Rams's face, and then we saw some heavy discussion with you and your team. Can you talk about what you guys were discussing at that time?
We're discussing about picks and like what we do in the next game, and about like moves and words, some stuff like this.
Straight looking forward to the third game.
Of course.
And the first game obviously didn't go the way you guys planned. What made you go for the Terrorblade in the end? Because it felt like that was kind of a weak setup for the lanes, which is very unstereotypical for you guys.
We lost the picks, and we need to do something like crazy stuff. And Terrorblade was super good against like Beastmaster, Vengeful Spirit, and Shadowfiend because of auras. He using first skill and killing them all, but we didn't expect that they will crush us like this at the lanes.
And any final words about what you plan on doing for the grand finals, perhaps? How are you going into that? I know you guys have a break. How are you going to spend it?
We'll speak, we'll talk, and just chill a bit. We were waiting for this like full year to play a grand finals against Liquid, so let's see what happens next.
I'm looking forward to seeing it. Good luck, and maybe talk to you after the series. That, of course, was no one from Virtus.pro, and he looks forward. I mean, he's been talking about facing Liquid in the grand finals. By the way, Liquid has, or rather, Virtus.pro this season never lost the grand finals. Every time they reached it, they won, which was 5 times, by the way.
Yeah, they have a lot of Mercedes.
They have a lot of Mercedes as well.
Yeah, we should ask No One if he's planning on sharing some of these majors. Liquid yet to win one. VP with 4, like, it's a bit greedy.
It's such a common question too when they get interviewed. It's like, who are you afraid of, or who do you want to play? Who do you look forward to playing every single time for this pro? They say Liquid. We want to play Liquid. I want to play Liquid. And now finally they're going to get it. So you could see the excitement there. He's really looking forward to this one.
Yes, he is. Bulldog, final words on LGD as they get eliminated, 3rd place in front of home crowd.
They showed a good tournament. They came in here top 3 in the world, and they ended top 3. So they can't be too sad about that.
Sure.
Even though that last game was pretty disappointing. You never want to lose like that. So still pretty happy. Top 3. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yep. Looking forward for the TI version of LGD. Think it's going to be as strong?
Probably. There's a long break now, so you never know. But they've showed a lot of promise, so probably.
All right, for us, it's time to look forward. We can bring up the brackets for the very last time. Well, maybe last time. Don't know what Red Eye is gonna talk to you about.
He's crazy.
He might just bring up the brackets as well. But because it has been, look at this. Just a week ago, we brought up these brackets, and it was like, whoa, empty brackets, so many matches, so many games played. And in the end, all we had to do was just pick up the 4 teams from the DPC and put them in a double elimination against each other. It is Team Liquid taking on Virtus.pro.
It's been a grueling tournament. It has. In the best possible way.
Yes.
This is what Dota is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a ton of matches, a development of the meta, and we've seen that. We've shifted away. We're kind of ebbing and flowing. We got the Leshrac Sand King starting out. They faded away for a little bit. They're starting to make a comeback. These heroes like the Warlock being picked so often now. It's exciting times.
Exciting times indeed, guys.
Looking forward to a great grand finals. We've waited all year. VP have waited all year. We finally get that VP versus Liquid grand finals. It's a great way to end the DPC season.
It will be a great end to the DPC season. And that end will not happen yet. Because Virtus.pro just played in a very intense best-of-3 series. We are going to give them a break to have the best possible matchup for that grand finals to make sure both teams are fully rested, which means the break is going to be around an hour. And when we're back, it is time for Paul and his panel to take you through that best-of-5 grand finals, and it will be one to remember, so make sure you've got an hour to sort things out. Do all the chores that you need to do in this hour. Get yourself food, get yourself drinks, sit back, relax, settle in, because this grand finals is definitely going to be the cherry on the cake of a super major. Super major deserves a super grand finals. We'll see you after the break.
Coming up next, Team Liquid versus Virtus.pro.